It's been a minute. I just found two of my older sketchbooks. I just finished this one, but this is gonna be last. This one is going to be first, I believe. This is summer of 2025, and this is October 2025, so that's next up. I finished this one of the summer. It took me 3 months. It took the entire summer to finish because I was going slow, and I was also using my old tablet a little bit. And this is back when I still had huge eyes and a very squished face. Just generally quite a bit worse than how I draw now. But that's for you to decide, you know. This is how we're starting out. Not great, not a big fan. Her face is like way too small and her chin doesn't exist and her hands are really chubby, but it's not bad. The perspective isn't terrible. I don't know how long this video is gonna take me. This is my OC Corey, back before I had a base model for all the characters that I make, because they're part of an organization and they all have the same uniform underneath, which is like a really tight turtleneck with no sleeves and black shorts. And Corey wears like a really big green trench coat over that and stockings. And this was right before I decided that, the uniform part. And this was an OC. I got it from a prompt online, like, oh yeah, make an OC with like the way they died is like their new weapon. So she got her arm chopped off and she bled out, and now that arm is a sword. Doesn't really make much sense. I got really into the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland again. So I designed this character who's like a ringleader of a circus with a bunch of freaks, and she's slowly turning into a monster, that's not the direction it's going to at the time, but this is the pose that I chose, which is particularly bad. My Lego Monkey Kid OC, Jade, who has more like emerald powers, but her parents named her Jade. She is a stone demon. I don't like this version of her design, because now she has a high ponytail and puffy pants. This is my favorite drawing in this entire sketchbook. This is my Percy Jackson OC, Ari Nakamura. She is an Apollo kid. She likes archery. She plays like 7 different instruments. And she has blonde hair even though she's Japanese. I guess those Apollo genes are just really strong. Then this came immediately after. This is Hannah. Her sword is like half her body size. She's 6'4". Her face is terrible in this photo and I hate it. This is Kendall. She does ballet and she is an Aries kid. And yeah, that's about all I have for her. She's Hannah's girlfriend. My old spider Sona, before I got good at designing characters. More of Kendall. My Has-Been Hotel OC, her name is Sammy and she was a murderer. And she got the electric chair, which is why her horns are Tesla coils. Drawing more of Kendall. And then I drew Sun, specifically in the style of their new Sun and Moon Show sprites, which I love the Sun and Moon Show, but I feel like they got a little more diluted ever since like, the beginning, just like 3 years ago now that I'm thinking about it, so yeah. I posted this online, but I didn't really get much reception. That's Time to Play. It's Jackie. I really liked Jackie. This came out bad. This was around the time K-pop Demon Hunters came out, and I really felt the urge to make an OC, but I couldn't draw men properly. He's not too bad, I like the haircut. And he does look like a man, but it's not great, I don't like it. I drew a bunch of Lauren Seaside, because I was watching a lot of Lauren Seaside at the time, and I wanted to draw Lauren, so we don't talk about that. And this is a bunch of Hannah, because I really liked Hannah. This period where I was very obsessed with Hannah. She doesn't wear anything even close to this outfit anymore, but I do really like this page. It's very silly and goofy. And I was trying the Call Me Chris versus vegan teacher video, because I was watching it while I was drawing, and I really wanted to draw it, and I ran out of inspiration for it. This is Mira. She turned out a lot better than Rumi did. And I drew Zoe, not a big fan, but I drew her again because I thought she was really good at the time. I ran out of ideas. I started trying to draw side profiles. They're not great, but they're definitely better than my first attempt, which I will not be showing because it's kind of scary. The old design for my Demon Slayer OC, the hands are good. I really like the hands. And the pose is dynamic, but it's not great. It's not very realistic. the old version of Chuni, back when she looked like scary Hatsune Miku. Anya! Some mouthwashing, my goat. I don't even know who this is. This might be Aiko. Aiko's changed a lot since I first designed her. And this is Tatiana. She's a Shira OC. She is a princess, and she's a shapeshifter, like Double Trouble. Wait, oh shit, I just slapped my mic. But yeah, she's a cutie patootie and very skittish. This is my husband OC in full color. Her name is Sammy, or Samantha Barnes. I forgot the fact that her things were Tesla coils in this drawing, but yeah. No motivation. The true design for Chuni made her shoulders a bit too broad in this, but then again, it fits her character. Another design for Aiko, back when her name was Ari as well. I used to really like naming my characters Ari, and it was a thing. I don't know, it wasn't a great choice. Betty! I was drawing characters from memory, kinda scary. Kendall. This is my old TADC OC. Her name is Nova, and she's based off of those those glow-in-the-dark stars, and she's a bat. It's very pretty. Then I drew Maid Jax. You should tell me how I did in the comments. Because I personally think it turned out pretty good, but I don't think he's spindly enough. I drew my D&D character, Evelyn, the one that brought me out of my art block. And then I completely redesigned. This is around the time of Art Fight, and I was drawing some character. This was an attack. And then I started watching an old playthrough of The Coffin of Andy and Lele back before it was gross, and I really liked the art style, so I tried to draw a dude in a similar art style as that, and I personally really liked it. Coffin of Andy and Lele was way better before the gross stuff. I think everyone agrees on that. Drew a super silly password character, an Art Fight attack, more of Kendall. She does not use that weapon anymore. And I tried the ramshackle style, and it did not translate very well at all. So, no. Definitely not. I did not like this at all, whatsoever. Then I continued trying. Jamie, my other Percy Jackson OC stuff. This was my Descendants OC. She was Oogie Boogie's daughter. Her name was Josie. It has nothing to do with the Boogeyman, and I don't like it anymore. But she has a pretty cool design in my other sketchbooks. More of Sammy. And then I tried to draw Ari again with more Asian features, but then no. My old Sona. And this is an alien OC that I made. I think her name is Candy or Tsumi. I don't know, there were two alien OCs. Back when I couldn't draw men, this was around when Wish came out. My old mermaid OC that I made. Tried to draw Hyena. Jamie. This is Jamie Anderson. She's a child of Hephaestus, and she's very airheaded and silly. Nothing. I'm drawing a bag on the table. A really bad pose, back when I drew hands really skinny. Mouths. I really like these mouths. These aren't terrible. Both my husband OCs, she was gassed in like a war, and she got the electric chair. These are like a difference between a realistic-ish art style and my own art style. I got really into Metal Family, and this was my character. Not great. I think this drawing is definitely like way better. Definitely way better. Not great. More of Aiko, back before she was cool. This was my Gravity Falls OC. She used to be a Bill follower, and now she like ran away from that. But Bill still kind of like has access to her in a way. I really like this drawing. This was a cool drawing. My Hell of a Boss OC. I don't remember her name. Angel does. I think it turned out great, personally. Back to the Sun and Moon show. Did not like this drawing. I think this was another D&D character that I didn't follow through with. A redesign for Ari's haircut. Tried to do a side profile before I knew how to draw side profiles. And these are my Owl House OCs, Crystal and Amethyst. This is Amethyst, and this is Crystal, that's Amethyst. They are twins. And Crystal does, she's a bard and illusionist, and Amethyst is an illusionist and a oracle. An oracle. Shut up! Ugly. I tried to draw my Jujutsu Kaisen character and hated it, because that's not what she looks like anymore. Perspective attempt, Jamie being Jamie. I draw another character, I think this is Aiko again. More of Ari. Hannah. I don't know what this was. Don't know what this was. This is cute. I like this. Really like this. Don't remember. This is Aiko. Back when I was still designing her character. I think that's Aiko and Chuni? I don't know. I don't remember. And that's the end. I shall see you for the next sketchbook. Next. This is around October. October 1st, actually. This was one of my Demon Slayer OCs. It's pretty chill. It's tired. Tried drawing hands. This wasn't great. I wasn't great with studies. And I started drawing like a bunch of hairs. I did draw my old Sona with this hair. So I thought it looked cute. My side profile started improving quite a bit. This, I think, was a Seraph of the End OC before I decided to make my Seraph of the End OC a man with the longest ponytail known to Japan. This is my other Demon Slayer OC. I never gave her a name. You should give me suggestions in the comments what her name should be. More of unofficial Aiko, more of my Demon Slayer OC. Maybe I'll come up with the name by the end of the video, you know? I was really enjoying drawing her. I think this was gonna be her, but then I hated the pose. Some lore. And I tried to draw my friend, I think. I don't really know. And this is Daisy, back when she was a thick. Now she's more of like a modest girly. She's still cute titty. Drawing photos I saw online. I think this was a real person. I don't know. I don't know if this is one of my OCs or not. Shit. More of my Demon Slayer OC. It hurt quite a bit until it started getting worse. Chuni, unfinished. Demon Slayer OC. Demon Slayer OC. Demon Slayer OC. Aiko. She still uses a chainsaw. This is one of her designs. I think I should make this still one of her outfits, and I think I should give her freckles again. But I don't know. This drawing's cool as hell though. Love it. Oof. You don't like this person anymore. They suck. This is my bestie. Back before they cut their hair. This is me being a piece of paper. Almost steady. I think this is one of my favorite drawings of Almost Steady. Like, look at it. Hair is great. Pants are great. Shirt's great. Sword is great. I think this was a Has-Been OC. I don't remember. I think this was another Has-Been OC. I don't remember. I was really obsessed with this kind of loot. Tried to draw Vox. Couldn't erase. Tried to draw loot. Hated it. Tried to draw another OC. Hated it. Anya. My old name. My Demon Slayer OC. Ooh, Kendall and Hannah. Goodness, they're dancing in the same together. A better version of my Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland OC. This is Celine from the story that Aiko is from. She is an experiment, and her blessing or ability is called Glitch. Not Glitch Productions. I wish. But she used to be a lab experiment along with Namora. Namari. And Namora. Shit. He saved her. He's in his like mid-30s at this point, and she's like 13. Aiko's older haircut. I thought it was pretty good, and then my friend believed me about the back of the head, which I'm working on. I worked on it. I fixed it quite a bit. Hated that. More of Kendall and Hannah, and then I realized that Kendall should be way shorter because Hannah's 6'4". 5'9", I think. First design of my has been Angel OC, and the final design, I don't remember her name either, but she's really pretty. Sammy before she died, Sammy after she died. Impressive, right? Sammy alone in the hotel. Sammy nearly any other time. Aiko. I like Aiko. Aiko is amazing, and no harm should ever come to her. Which is what I would say if she was in my OC, and every OC needs a little bit of trauma. Yeah. I do miss drawing this belt. I think I might bring that belt back. Death. I don't know. Hannah. I don't know. A jester character that I drew. I think this pose is pretty nice. My JJK OC. Her name is Dahlia. That's her domain expansion. It is that. I can't see properly because of how I drew it. It makes the entire area around her like a stage, and her opponent into a puppet that goes into like inventory of sorts. More Kendall. I think this was a Dr. Stone OC. I really liked Dr. Stone at this time. Sammy. Remember that Chinese military dance trend? I think this was Hannah. I don't know. Rooftop. I think this was another idea for Celine, but it didn't work out. Another idea for Corey. Didn't work out. Didn't like it very much. I don't know what this was for. An original idea for Daisy. This is Aiko, back when she was like 14. My lovely D&D characters. She is now like a dragonborn, but she used to be like a dragon beast man. And she is Evelyn. She's drunk, and she slid down that mountain, or hill. She's lovely. I love her. Evelyn at around like 17 in elf years, which would probably be around like 170 or something. Another has been OC. She is a lamb type character. I don't remember how she died or what she did. Run around, sucked. This is how the stairs of the end OC looks now. Forgot to make it bad. She knows what she's doing. But that's how he turned out. He fences. Nimari, before I completely overhauled her design and made her a 41-year-old Frank. I don't remember what this was. I think that's still Nimari. That is. Aiko again for another redesign. Another Aiko redesign. I think she just wears a bunch of different outfits. Anatomy. Tried to draw a twink online. Anatomy. I think this is pretty good. I really like this page. Anatomy. Aiko. I think that's Aiko. I think this was another idea design for Corey. Got back into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and chucked out of my OC. I drew my cats. This is Oreo. He's dead. My stepdad used to call him Priest. This is Lego. That's Flo. This is Laruski. It's a silly boy. In that. Oh my god. He's a tabby cat. He's a ginger. Name used to be Tinkerbell. But not anymore. More Aiko. Julie. Well, she was still like that. Women. Back when my little character still like that. I think it might still be, I don't know. I have Millie now. Millie's cute duty. Oof, I like this one. I'm still on fire. This is the pose that someone said that they would give to on my watch list, and Loki kind of a compliment. I don't know. This is Troll Hunter's Tales of Arcadia OC. She is a warlock, and she is also somewhat of a changeling. She can change her form. Super pretty. And kind of love her. Unfinished. This is another drawing for Celine. Before I had a solidified plot. Aiko, before I had a solidified plot. No idea. That's it, because I can't finish sketchbooks. The last 3 pages make me nervous. I don't know why. Weird. The last one, my most recent sketchbook that I finished yesterday. Yeah, that new. Didn't finish this yet, but this was supposed to be like a comparison page where I draw a background. I how I used to draw that, how I draw that now, how I used to draw that, how I draw that now, but I haven't got to it yet. Ew! It's gonna be gore, but it's not anymore. This is proper gore. This is beautiful. We love this. I love drawing gore of Ico. The next page is embarrassingly bad, so I'm not gonna show it. I got into Marauders, only real ones know. Best thing ever. On Spotify. This is my character for Harry Potter. This is my Harry Potter Lucy's mother. Bad. So my school did The Little Mermaid this year, so I drew Ursula. My friend drew what he interprets my OC to look like, because I didn't get a proper... I can't draw her yet, because she looks bad anytime I try. Pen sketches, more pen sketches. This is Chuni, she's wearing a mask. I'm doing a magical girl type of thing. This is not how she looks anymore, but this is how she used to look. This is Mistress Moon or Adina. This is how she looks normally. So they were all sent to Earth to like hide away, and the monsters found them, and they are being run by the Black Hole, which is an amalgamation of fallen sun and star rulers, and the longest living nebula that was brainwashed by the Black Hole and a comet who is a squire, I guess, to the nebula. This is her name is Stellar Star, and her name is Sasha. And this is some Sonnet, and this is her regular form. I don't remember what I named her, but she's Egyptian based. Stellar Star and the Star Civilization are Aryan/European based, and the moons are African/Black. I don't know, I guess, based. Each world has a different, culture that they're based off of. This is Evelyn's brother, back when he was a child. Natsuki drawing. Well, you haven't seen it yet. I'm still editing that video. Stay tuned to see it. This is really long. Hatsune Miku drawing flying eyeballs. Don't you feel bad? What you do? Corey and an outfit on Pinterest. This is the new version of my Teen Alice in Wonderland siege. She's growing as a person, and she's very card based. The red one. This is what the comet looks like. She's a child. This is the nebula. In this world, the nebulas are blind because, a supernova disappears and becomes a nebula, like a bang of light. So all the nebulas are blind. She's just the longest living nebula. And she looks like this, which is the traditional sun crest. The traditional way that the people of the sun worship this. This is the old design for the supernova, the new official design for the supernova. They are immortal because the nebula was experimenting with spells to make the suns and the stars immortal, and she nebulated, and they supernova. So they look like casual. Yes. This is the original design for my Saturn character, or supernova. This is supernova. Their name is Sebastian, and their nicknames are Seb and this is how it's starting. This is the current design for the Saturns. They're based off of Asian culture, and yeah, beautiful. He's beautiful. He's a magical man. In this world, if you're non-binary, you're called a magical me. If you're a dude, you're called a magical man, and the magical girls are staying magical girls. D&D characters, there. Super cool, I know. I had a really bad art block. Goober. My friends drawing of their own goober. literally kidnap, and each of the worlds have like their own animals that they contribute. Moons have ponies / unicorn / alicorn / pegasi. The suns have cats, Egyptian based, I know, very stereotypical, but which are called minks in this world when they're on the sun society area. The stars have long rats, ferrets, called long rats because they don't know what a ferret is. Sunfish are like a common pet for supernova because they can still see and they're very pretty. This was the original Saturn design, the design for the Saturn pets, because the chinchillas, Saturn. And now they have ringlets, which are snakes that form a concentric circle inside of their mother's circle. Nebula, she's ugly, face. Hey, you man! Can't keep up, goes down a monster! Ico used to be MHAOC, so that's what this is. Saturn, one of my characters for the story that isn't Magical Girl story. Her name might be Catalina, but she's a hacker. Original design from the Pokemon OC, who is like a slightly chubby baker. It's gonna be a bunny. This is the new real design for it. She has like vitiligo. Ugly. I don't know anymore. She's ugly. Designed for my Demon Slayer OC. Designed for my Demon Slayer OC back before trauma happened. Ugly stuff. Pony. Weird stuff. Gesture drawing-ish. It's getting dark. My Monkey Kid OC in her full glory. Robot the Goober. Now super cool and adorable. I love the Goober. Parents were watching a show and I decided to draw a character from that show. Add a new goddess for my story. Her name is Marissa, the goddess of the centuries, goddess of trickery. How the goddesses and gods work in this world is that the soul is the part that is the god, and then they get reborn every 100 years. Blitz, my Steven Universe OC, who used to have a crush on Garnet until they realized that Garnet was 2 gems in love to make one, and then they became very reserved. OC, Namari is a piece of shit, and she kidnapped Ico and took off basically all the outer clothing that she wears. And I really like drawing Gore of Ico. She's very fun to draw Gore of because she heals. Did I accidentally draw you? That's going to be out soon as digital. Ico is being tortured mentally, but her mental state's already terrible, so she just kind of sleeps through it. I don't know what this is meant to be. What? I don't know. Jumping out a window. I started watching Containment Zone something on Webtoon. It's actually pretty good. I really like Crackhead. My favorite. Alright, drawing a cartoony thing. Human Jack's design, not great, but it'll do. Human Panya design, not great, but it'll do. Ico is like just enjoys being a creep. She enjoys being scally. Happy side profile, my TATC OC. Made Jax, not great, I can't really draw Jax. Stuff with Trixie, the Moon Goddess, and that's all, folks, that I was working on. That doesn't matter. We're done.